This is how a 20-year-old Lexus gave me my freedom back. Behind me is my 2005 Lexus GX 470. Now, if you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that I'm known for the Toyota Tacoma platform, specifically the 3rd gen. Well, I recently sold that and switched to this platform for a few different reasons. I'm going to talk to you about why I did that if you've missed those videos. And I'm also going to tell you guys how this Lexus back here kind of gave me my freedom back. And not the typical sense of freedom as you're thinking. I'm also going to apologize ahead of time. I sound terrible. Allergies are taking me for a ride this season. But I sold my Tacoma, got this Lexus for a few different reasons. The main reason was that's just the part that I was at in my debt-free journey. The last 2 years, I've been working to get debt-free, following Dave Ramsey, more or less. If you know anything about him, he has the baby steps and you work through them to get debt-free, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to talk about that in this video. But my next step was to get rid of the truck. I either had to pay it off or sell it. I owed about $25,000 on the truck, and it was 2021 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. I did a bunch of stuff to it. You guys have seen all those videos, all the adventures we did in that truck. Had a great time with it, but it was time to either sell it or pay it off. Well, I could have been stuck making the payments for another 3 years, trying to make double payments, triple payments, but I still would have been stuck with it for at least a year, working my butt off, trying to pay it off, not doing anything. Well, everyone told me not to sell it. I'll regret it. Don't sell it. Don't sell it. Don't do this. Don't do that. And I got really tired of hearing all these people in my ear telling me how to live my life. And finally, I realized, wait a minute, this is my life. These people don't matter. Nothing anybody says matters. Now, if I make a mistake, who cares? I'll own it. But at the end of the day, it's my mistake and it's my life. So I decided to, for once in my entire life, stop listening to other people, stop caring about other people's opinions, and sell my truck. And honestly, I'm very happy I did that. Now, I've had some issues with this GX 470 back here. It is a 20-year-old vehicle, so I kind of expected it going into it. But at the same time, I don't regret it. I really like this platform a lot. And I was getting a little bit blinded by the Toyota Tacoma, and I think a lot of people do this as well. The 3rd gen is an okay truck, but when you're making a $600 payment, you really want it to be a good truck. So you're making a $600 payment, and anything that's wrong with that truck that annoys you, you kind of overlook it because you don't want to sit there and think about every time you make that payment that you don't really like the truck. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but that's kind of where I was at, because all the annoying things about my truck, especially with how I had it built out, it was on 33s, lifted up, a bunch of weight. It was a 6-speed manual, so it helped, but it was very slow. I couldn't pass anybody. It was like terrible to drive, and I didn't even realize it until I actually drove this, test driving it, and I realized, well, a V8 makes a big difference, and I'm able to actually get on it and move the vehicle without it just struggling to run itself. Also, the 3rd gen is a very loud engine. It's got that dual injector setup, so if you ever notice, if you have a 3rd gen, it's got that ticking noise up front. It doesn't sound very good. Again, one of the things that annoyed me with the 3rd gen, but because I was making $600 payments, I was like, I better freaking like this truck, because in my head, I was going to be stuck with it for the foreseeable future until it rotted in half. So back on topic here, being able to take control of my life and stop caring about what other people think in this age of Instagram and YouTube, especially me being in the space that I'm in, making videos like this, reading people's comments, trying to be the cool guy with a built Tacoma. It was a step down for me to go to this platform, but the freedom I feel and the weight off my shoulders that I don't have to be that guy anymore and I don't have to care what anyone thinks, that's true freedom, but that's only one of the versions of freedom that I'm feeling ever since selling my truck. The second freedom is coming from financial freedom. So the truck behind me, well, the SUV truck, whatever you want to call it, it's a GX 470. We've talked about this in the past. It's a V8. It's awesome. But altogether, how it is, because a lot of this gear you see on here I actually had and I took off my other truck, but how it is set up right now and all the maintenance I've done to it up to this point, I just have about $10,000 into it, give or take. Now, there is some more maintenance items I have to do. I'm probably gonna have to spend about $1,500, $2,000 more. I want to replace the rack and pinion because it is leaking. I want to fix the rear main seal that is seeping, and I also have an oil leak that's coming from the valve cover area. So I want to fix those things just to make it bulletproof and good to go. But honestly, that's been leaking like that for about a month and a half now. See, listen to my voice, so bad. About a month and a half now, and I'm just kind of living with it. I don't really care. It's not that bad of a leak. It's a couple drops here and there, but I do want it fixed before we go out on trips. So that sense of freedom, I don't have that truck payment anymore. It feels fantastic. I feel free where I just don't really care about anything anymore. I don't know why it feels like that, but it's a weird sense that I've been having ever since making that jump. I just really just don't care and I'm just living life. It's a weird feeling, I guess. Now, some people in the comments will say, well, you don't have that freedom to drive across the country because you're driving a less reliable vehicle. Well, you're right and you're wrong all at the same time. This has 180,000, 82,000 miles on it at this point, and you're hearing that and you're probably like, holy crap, it's gonna blow up tomorrow. But this GX470 has the legendary 2UZ in it. If you know anything about Toyota and Lexus, that's one of the most reliable engines that they've ever produced. There are models that go over 1 million miles. You see them for sale all the time for 300,000 miles and up. So they just run forever if you take care of them. The only issue is they have a timing belt you got to change every 90, 80,000 miles. But that's really the only maintenance you have to do. Keep the oil changed. Make sure it's not leaking oil everywhere, because if you don't keep up with the maintenance, like for example, mine wasn't really kept up with that well. So now I have a bunch of different leaks and I got to fix all at the same time. So that does rack up, especially if you're not going to work on it yourself. So I do miss that kind of freedom of just having a bulletproof, reliable vehicle, because there are issues with this. But once I get them fixed, it's going to be the same thing as driving the Tacoma. It's going to be bulletproof, and eventually that Tacoma was going to need maintenance as well. There aren't that many high mileage third gens out there, to be honest with you, so I don't know what issues that are going to come up, oil leaks, whatever. The common issues on the GX470, everyone knows them already because there's so many high mileage variants out there. So everything that's breaking on them, we've all seen that. We know how to fix them and know where the issues are going to be before they even happen, so you can kind of replace them prematurely. I'm sorry, I hope my voice isn't annoying you too bad. It's annoying the hell out of me. I can hear it. I don't sound like myself. I probably sound terrible in this video, and I'm sorry for that. So ranting aside, that's how a 20-year-old Lexus gave me my freedom back. Not only financial freedom, but to not care anymore about what anybody thinks of me. If you're on the fence like I was, or maybe you're thinking about selling your vehicle, getting out of the car payment, getting out of the rat race, it's a great feeling. You do have to be educated before you do that. It also helps if you can work on your own stuff and you're educated mechanically before you go ahead and buy a 20-year-old vehicle. But you don't have to do the extreme like I did. You don't have to go to one extreme, 2021 to a 20-year-old vehicle. I did that because I really wanted a vehicle with a 2UZ, but you could even take a step back and maybe get a 2017, 2016 Tundra. It's still new enough where a lot of the issues aren't going to be there, like a 20-year-old vehicle, but the prices are coming down. I've been seeing them for sale for less than $20,000, around that $15,000 mark. You might be able to get yourself into a Tundra. I've also seen just car prices in general on the used market starting to come down. So now might be a pretty good time to get out of the car payment. Now, don't get out of the car payment, get another car payment to buy a used vehicle. That's stupid. But if you can get out of your car payment and pay cash for a 15-year-old vehicle or a 10-year-old vehicle, definitely worth it in my mind, as long as you do the research and get something that's reliable that you actually like. Whew, that's a big rant. I think I covered everything. I love this Lexus back here. We're gonna start taking out on adventures pretty soon. I just got all this stuff on it so we can do overlanding like I was in my Tacoma. I love the way this is getting set up. Like I mentioned, we did a ton of stuff to it. I'll do a list of things that I've changed so far if I can remember real quick. We did all the fluids. We did the timing belt, water pump. I did a thermostat housing, seat covers, a new head unit so it has Apple CarPlay, speakers. All the speakers were blown, so we changed out all the speakers and a new amp and rewired all the speaker wires. That was a headache. Man, what else did we change? Trying to think here. There was something else that it was in the shop for. Oh, the sunroof was leaking. It's 20-year-old seals. The sunroof was leaking, so we just sealed that up. There's some stuff I'm probably missing. I don't have my phone on me to check the notes. We'll do a full cost breakdown in a different video. That's not for here. Anyways, if you're on the fence about selling your car payment vehicle and getting out from under it, getting some freedom, definitely worth it. I feel fantastic, and I can't wait to take this on some adventures and take you guys with me. It should be an awesome time. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this freedom. Let me know if you are experiencing this freedom. Maybe you already sold your vehicle or paid it off and you already have this sense of freedom. I'd love to hear from you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this Lexus lasts me for 500,000 miles or 1 million miles. Should be pretty interesting to see how long it lasts. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Check this one out right here. It's pretty good, and I'm sorry that I sound like crap.